Welcome to ND Toon.
A father and son stood at the edge of a hill, watching the sun dip below the horizon, painting the sky with warm hues of orange and pink. The wind rustled softly through the trees, carrying with it a silence that had grown between them over the years. The son, now in his early 30s, had returned home after years of living in the city, away from the small town where he had grown up. They hadn't spoken much over the years, not because of any great conflict, but because life had pulled them in different directions. The father, a man of few words, had always believed that love was shown through actions. He worked long hours, sacrificing his own desires to give his son a future. But as the son grew older, he felt that distance more keenly. He craved conversations they never had, understanding that was never offered. Now, standing side by side, the son glanced at his father. He looked older, his face weathered, hands calloused from a lifetime of labor. The son had achieved everything he set out for, a good job, a nice apartment, but something always felt missing. He realized now that it wasn't success or possessions that left the gap in his heart, it was this. It was his father. The father, feeling his son's gaze, turned to look at him. For a moment, they held each other's eyes, the weight of years hanging between them. The son hesitated, then spoke, his voice barely above a whisper. "I'm sorry." The father's brow furrowed in confusion. For what? For not being around. For not understanding you sooner. The son's voice cracked, emotion threatening to spill over. The father's gaze softened, and he looked out at the sunset again. "You've done well. That's all I ever wanted. But I missed so much." The son's voice trembled. "I missed you." The father let out a long breath, as though the weight of his own silence was finally catching up to him. "I didn't always know how to show it," he admitted quietly. "But I'm proud of you. Always have been." The son felt a knot tighten in his chest, a mixture of relief and regret. He had spent so many years seeking approval, not realizing it had always been there, unspoken. He stepped closer to his father, the gap between them shrinking. "I don't want us to lose more time," the son said softly. The father nodded, his eyes still on the horizon, but his hand reached out, resting gently on his son's shoulder. "We won't." As the last light of the day faded, they stood together in the quiet of the dusk, bound not by words, but by the love they had both carried, unspoken yet unwavering, all these years.
Thank you for watching ND Toon. If today's story inspired, thrilled, or touched you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tales of motivation, mystery, success, and beyond.